They're gone. We're away after a very quick start. What kind of start is it for our pole man of NLR Rudy Hullett up against OP Benza? It looks like a decent one into turn one with the outside line. He maintains his race lead. VIR Marlin trying to overtake OP Benza, but in turn loses a position to Lattice, and now Bradders overtaking VIR Marlin as they look to go side by side into turn number 3. Lattice is looking to the outside line of OP Benza, and it looks like he might get this move done. Benza trying to get the better exit out of turn number 3, but Lattice moves himself up into P2 now. VIR Marlin just about getting back ahead of Bradders as they head down into turn number 4.
Benza going a bit wide there, actually. Exiting turn 1. This might invite Marlon into a little bit of an opportunity here into turn 3. Will the German driver be looking at something? He's looking to the outside, trying to get that DRS down. He's very late on the brakes to the outside of turn 3. Can he now get the power down? Can the Mercedes contact? As Bradders behind might just be having a look into this now as well. Benza losing the place to Marlon for now, but I'm sure he might have a word with this. Bradders now to the outside into turn 4. It's a very off-camber corner here. He's going to get some space. Good racing there from Benza, who's leaving the space for Bradders, but he's going to come back to the inside. Bradders now up to P4. It looks like still side by side the two drivers are, and it looks like Bradders got the job done. But this DRS is so powerful. It's going to be hard to make up spots as Kian very close to the back of Benza. He's going to go to the inside. A very late move from Kian. And it looks like he's got the job done for the moment. Follows his teammate through on Benza. Good start from Kian. They're still side by side though. Benza to the outside of turn 4. Can he make this one work? Now on the outside, he backs out of it for the moment. Now he's going to try the switchback if he can. But it looks like Kian's got the traction down. 4 and 5 for Talent Factory. Great stuff from them.
And we're also seeing Javi and Kilcree go side by side through turn 7 and now 8, and they're still going to be side by side. They've been side by side through the entire middle sector, and now Kilcree is going to have the inside line for turn number 9, but he concedes the position. Top 10 positions are the ones that score points. You can see that's NLR Rudy Hullett, who's gone off at turn number 3, and I think that was because of contact from behind and possibly because of Lattice, because now he has fallen down the order to what is now P9. So both drivers losing out because of that. Rudy Hullett getting back ahead of him. Bradders now, with the power of DRS, looks to that inside line of Marlin into turn number 3. You can see squeezing him wide on that exit, trying to help his teammate get past the Mercedes driver. Kian ducking into the slipstream of VIR Marlin, but Marlin not going down without a fight. He's going to try and hold the outside line into turn number 4, but he concedes the position to Bradders, who are possibly going for a switchback maneuver, and a great one at that, as he now has the outside line for turn number 6. Can he possibly hold it? It looks like he might. This would be brilliant defense from Marlin. He's going to have the outside line for turn number 7. Can he keep his nose in into turn number 8? No, he cannot. You can see Kian depleting his ERS now down this main straight, and into turn number 3. He's going to be braking as hard as possible with that inside line on VIR Marlin. Squeeze them to the outside again. Marlin getting on the power a little bit too early. Almost a similar incident with what happened with Benza.
Still rejoined behind the McLaren of Stefano, but with warmer tyres, but barely any ERS. Just how much of an impact can the Red Bull driver make? He's super close to the back of the McLaren, isn't he? So maybe now, without DRS as well for Stefano, this could be an opportunity for Rudy Hullett. Though that ERS might just be hurting him a little bit. And will he go for this overtake? Yes, he will. To the inside, down to turn 4. He's looking for the opportunity. I think he's got a chance of making this pass work. And indeed, Stefano does back out of the move for the moment. Rudy Hullett into P10. Kian is still in that race lead. Where is Bradders in comparison? Bradders will be in front of his teammate. And Benza is still right behind. So it's just the position swapped for Talent Factory. Bradders now in the lead. The effective lead, of course, behind the two QRTA drivers. So Bradders P1, Kian P2 in effect. It's still looking pretty much the same. But Marlon looks like he has lost out a fair bit so far, being behind Benza. And now it's 1-2 for Talent Factory, 3-4 for Outplayed Racing.
And you can see FVR Stefano is trying to gain the position on NLR Rudy Hullett, who's really struggling with the ERS. Meanwhile, you can see OP Ray is very close to the back of Talent Factory. Kian into turn number 3. Had a little look to the outside line there as VIR Marlin is going side by side with Benza. The outside line for the VIR driver, and he gets a good exit out of turn number 3, and it looks like he's going to commit to the move on the OP driver and get himself back up into a top 4 position, or top 5 I should say, but Benza is battling back. You can see contact between the two drivers as it was at the start of the Grand Prix, but Marlin making a brilliant move there to move himself up into into the top 5. Marlon, you really have to credit his performance up until this point. He's doing a brilliant job to battle against the teamwork between the two OP drivers, as OP Benza, I did see that correctly, made a mistake through turn number 9, means he loses a position not only to Marlon, but FVR Stefano too. As you can see, QRT Hein has now lost his lead that he had by not boxing. OP Ray is going side by side with VIR Marlon. Once again, Marlon is doing a fantastic job. He's overtaken both of the OP drivers in 2 laps time.
It's going to be very, very tough now to hold off Stefano again, but it could be smart as well to just let him through and try to get him pulled into that DRS again, though he's going to have to look out for Benza. Benza's on the inside in turn 3, and this is certainly not easy at all. Yeah, indeed, Ruti Hullet losing 2 places in the space of just 3 corners. Has now got Raukio behind him as well on the fresher tyres. Benza, in fact, is lining up another one here on Stefano, isn't he? What a great set of moves here it would be from Benza if he can make his way past the Dutch FVR driver, and it looks like he can. Great stuff from Benza, back up to P5. Nothing to be gained here on penalties, and the one struggling the most is Stefano, who's now looking to have a threat from behind. Rutiola to the inside of turn 4, gets through for the moment. Now a switchback looking to happen. Stefano can't make anything work though.
Tam Factory's chances looking better and better by the lap, but that's a mistake there from Stefano. Or no, Stefano tried to make the move on Rudy Hullet, but Rudy Hullet defending his position, getting the better exit out of turn number 3, but now Stefano's compromised into turn number 4. Raukio is going to try and make the move on the McLaren driver, and he gets the better exit out of turn number 4, and now Axelinho is going to try and make the move, and he also gets a better exit out of turn number 4, which means FVR Stefano goes from P6 to now P9 in just 2 laps time. The man who started P10 on the grid made a brilliant start, gaining 5 positions and constantly moving up through the field. He goes from P10 to P1 to complete a Talent Factory 1-2. Kian comes across the line to win the Austrian Grand Prix. Brothers finishing P2 for his team. It's a 1-2 for Talent Factory. VIR Marlon, after a brilliant display of racecraft and pace, finishes on the podium for VIR. You can see Ray finishing P4 as Benza allows him through on the line, and OP finishing P4 and P5. And Alara bring it home in P6 and P8. QRT Rauco scores the first points for QRT. FVR Stefano loses out to Grimbos by just 37 1/1000ths of a second. He now falls from P9 to P10.